Hello, boys and girls. I'm back. I'm back. You may ask, where have you been yesterday? Well, you may say, hey, you said you would stream. Yeah, I know, but the problem is that I've been, busy with porting a class which is admin manager. Admin manager is really a monster. I mean, it's a huge class, and admin manager is here. You know, is here at the bottom. You see this little guy that says, "Well, you're just an admin manager. Who cares? I mean, doesn't have much, maybe." Well, it doesn't have much, man. This class is insane. Is really insane. He has so much into it, so many commands, and it's so vital to whatever we do as GMs, as game masters. So yeah, I started to port that because I wanted to spawn after I did the last mission. You remember the mission that we did in the crafting? That we had this mission, these crafting missions. I can show you in case you missed. Well, in case you missed, hello Maui, hello Sue. In case you missed, we actually completed. Oops. Wait a second. Where is it? I lost it. Is it? We actually completed all the missions that we had in this chart. We also added new ones, and we completed them all. So we completed the first mission, that was to compile work manager. Done. The fact that after doing this, PS server was starting without crashes. Done. The ability to view a container with obviously items in it. Done. The ability to move items, for example, from my inventory to a container that is located in the world, which at the moment was a bowl, because I needed a bowl to do some crafting. The ability to move items in the mine slot and the hands. Done. The only problem of this is that it doesn't yet show, right? Doesn't yet show the item visually, but it shows it just in the inventory, but it's okay. It's what we need for now. Then we wanted to have web console working because we wanted to be able to view view the items and stuff, and I think I have it here. Here it is. We wanted to view in a simpler way all the crafting and what do we have to mix without going into the database and reading all of this. So we have this done as well. And last but not least, we managed to have combinations and transformations working. Well, not all of them. I don't know. I just tested one, but let's say that all the code is ported. So in theory, it should work, right? In theory, everything should work. If I do I did one combination and one transformation. Now, there are some part of the code that may still have bugs and stuff, so we need to go through testing. But at the moment, my theory is that I'm gonna port these classes, and then I'm asking some of you or some of us, meaning other people in the team, to actually do testing. Okay, so I don't want to spend time testing when I can port some additional components, right? Just to split a bit the work. And at the moment, I'm doing the tough job, boys. I'm doing really a tough job. But yeah. So today, what I want to continue, because it's been a long journey already, but I will continue to port admin manager. And you would ask, what the hell is admin manager? Well, I asked the same question myself at the beginning, because I was saying, well, it's only the class that is moving, that is calling, let's say, the different commands, right? And I wanted it because I wanted to have the slash item. There is a command that is called slash item that allows you to build, that allows you to spawn an item in your inventory, right? Because we were always going to the database, trying to check the items that we had, and try to add items to the database. You know, it's very annoying. So I want to have a command that just, you know, spawns the item for me. And so I said, where is this command? Very easy. It's inside admin manager. And I said, okay, let's port admin manager. But admin manager was really a freaking tip of the iceberg, you know, the tip of the iceberg. And tip of the iceberg, you know. Let me see if there is a good admin manager. I mean, even more than this. I think these ones are relatively small. Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe. So our new mission is to port the iceberg, not only the tip. So we need to port all of this. So let's delete our old mission. Our old mission is done. So this one will be new file. Boom. New mission. Admin manager. You should be scared about him because admin manager is very, very, very scary. Is a monster of a class. The only good part of this is that I started already to do it. So you are in a kind of a good spot, you know, because you are not starting from scratch with me, but you are starting from a place where we're already ported quite a bit. So what we have here, we have at the top, you know, just this small thingy that I was trying to port. This thingy, you know, is slash item command, right? For example, you can do slash item X, I don't know, you know, and it will spawn into your inventory an X, right? Now this thing is admin manager, believe it or not. Should we do it this way? No, we'll do it this way because it's below it. This freaking thing is admin manager.cpp and .h, by the way, because only the h file is already big, you know. So our mission today, well, not today, I don't know if I will be able to do it today, but anyway, our mission is to have admin manager compile. Whatever, with whatever tricks we can apply, substitutions, commenting out the whole class, whatever, any tricks we can apply, right? Any tricks is a good trick. Any trick is a good trick. Any trick is a good trick. We don't care. Any trick. Hello, Sway. Admin. So now you want to see it, right? Now you want to see. Now you're saying, oh, okay. You're saying it's a complex. Okay. You're saying it's a very big class. Okay. Show it to me. You want to see it? You want to see the bottom of the iceberg? Okay, I will show you. I will show you the bottom of the iceberg. So admin manager .h first. Okay, so there is admin manager.h, right? Proudly born in 2001, by the way. There is admin manager.h, and so I think this file is older than some of you, by the way. But anyway, and only the H file, only the header file is freaking 4,700 lines. Can you believe it? 4,700 lines, only the header file. Okay, only the header file is 4,000 lines. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Now, you are very lucky because, as you can see, there are very few errors left in the H file. Luckily, in the H file, there are very few. There are two classes missing. One is GM spawn item. I don't know what it does. We have to figure it out, but we will figure it out. And another one is this petition request message, which I think we can probably get rid of. I just have to study what were the parameters, change the parameters, and do it, right? Okay. So, okay, there is the H file. Now you want to see the CPP, right? You want to see the C++ file. I know you want to see that. Okay. Are you ready? You have to be ready. You have to prepare yourself, huh? Okay. The CPP file is this one. And it's 13,000 lines. 13,000. Okay. So if it takes me 1 minute to read one line, will be 30,000 minutes to freaking read it, you know? 30,000 minutes. How much is 30,000 minutes? Really a lot. How much is 30,000 minutes? Is 216 hours. Right? Is 9 days full time, 24 hours. Only to read the freaking file. Well, it doesn't take me 1 minute to read one line. I know, but it's just to give you some, you know, give you some drama, give you some pathos to the thing. So now you ask, how bad is this file? Well, this file is pretty bad. As you can see on the right side here, there are 1 million problems, 1.5 million problems, but you are very lucky because, like, yesterday I went through this. It took me like forever, but I went through this and I already solved quite a bit. Okay, not a lot, but I did all the basic substitutions and all the basic problems, so I solved already a lot. So the most painful one was the freaking was the errors one, the send system error, the one where they were like, I think 200 or so. I mean, it was really painful. So now we still have errors, but is kind of limited. Okay, so not, I mean, it's not insanely. Look at, for example, at this part. This part has 0 errors, right? Which is pretty good. So it is in a decent shape, right? Decent shape. So what we want to do, we want to port this thing. We want to port this and work together. And work together through that. Okay, let's see. Let's see what are the problems. So first one, log command. By the way, if you have any question on what I'm doing, or if you have any question in general, you can ask. I'm reading the chat, hopefully. Yeah, holy moly, yeah, I agree. Holy moly, you know why so at the moment we have 802 errors. You see this number? We have 802 errors. You see that? Insane. Really insane. So anyway, let's try to go one by one and see. Okay, one by one we will do all the 800. Don't worry, just a matter of time. One by one we will do 800 or more. So the first one is string copy. What is this string copy doing, by the way? This is standard C++, right? No, it's standard C, sorry. String copy. No, string compare. String compare, no case. I think it is this one, right? No, string compare with a number of characters. Okay. Compare up to num characters of the string to the string 2. Okay, why we are using this thing? Because we want the first piece of it. Okay. Should we just convert f string to, yes, I think we should. Instead of getting crazy, you know, something else, we should just do something very simple, which is our teacher to ANSI, and that's it. Okay, so this error is gone, you know, instead of 802, now it's 801. Pretty good. Next, boys. Let me see, no errors here, huh? No errors in all this. So I was thinking if I should stream or not, because I understand that, I mean, you want to see some graphical stuff, you want to see, you know, some Unreal Engine cool effects, I know that, but unfortunately I have to go through this. Chart Creation Manager, I think I have, Chart Creation Manager is unique. It is a static call, yes, it is a static call. It doesn't like player name because it's unique, still thing. Let's change it. Let's change it to f-string. I just have to go to chart creation manager.h and do the same. Chart creation manager should be under server, no? What is this thing? No, it's called creation manager. Yeah, under server. Creation manager it is. So we changed that to be an f string. In general, I think we should convert everything to f strings. But okay, so now this error will go away, hopefully. What's next? Here we have a bit of a mess. So these ones are because in the old code we had different objects. So we had gem objects, we had the gem NPC, if you remember this graph. What is it? What is it? What is it? What is it? This one, right? So we had a number of different objects, and we have a mapping between the old and the new. So the one on the left is the old plane shift, right? This one is the old plane shift, and maybe we can color it in, I don't know, whatever color. I think this is okay. And it is the new plane shift, and we can color it in green, right? I think it was clear, but anyway, just in case. There were a number of conversions done by the code, like here, conversions like get actor pointer. So this one was basically checking if this object, if this actor was actually an actor or not. You see, it's an actor, which can be an object. So to do this, let me just check then when he's using this actor. If target client, target object, get client. Not exactly why he's doing this, because he's not using it then. He's creating this variable, but okay, maybe he's using it after because it's, yeah. Is this a class variable or what? Yes, it is. Okay, so what we should do, we should cast this one. We should cast this one to, oh my god, I cannot write, sorry. APS character and see if they, well, you know what we can do, maybe we can copy this and do a mass substitution. What do you think about it? We could copy it, and because the only way to beat the tip of the iceberg, no, the real iceberg, is to do mass substitutions. The problem is that, no, it's not a good idea, because I would not be able to do it. Okay, so if this one is returning, maybe what we can do, you know what, we can search all the get actor pointers, and then one by one we check if it's okay to do the cast, because this cast will return null in case it's not an actor, right? And will return the actual actor PS character object in case it is. Okay, let's do this. Let's search all the actors. Like here is exactly the same. Here is exactly the same. Here unfortunately is a bit different. Here is a bit different because here we have to declare a variable which is this, right? And of my data target object, which is the thing that is trying to do here. And then if this temp actor actually exists, I mean is valid, if this temp actor is valid and client is different from this temp actor, okay, then we do what we have to do. Okay, nice. But let's do all of those. I think the only way to beat this file is to do things in copy paste. It's the only way. Okay, so here we have target object. We need this, right? Okay, that is fine. Then here we have get target object, get actor pointer. This one we also need to also because and yeah, we can. I think we can we cast directly here? I think we can. I'm gonna return null anyway, so. And here what it's doing is get multicast client. So here unfortunately we have to create the value. Yeah. APS character. Did I tell you exactly what is iceberg is doing? I will show you in a second what this big iceberg is doing. So we call it temp actor as well again, right? And we want to cast data of target objects. Okay, so now we have this. We assume it's okay, otherwise we would not enter in this. I don't know. It may be null actually. It may be null. I still don't understand what this is doing. That is publishing. There is a multicast. I think this one we have to. I think there is a you fix me anyway. I think there is a you fix me. Let's leave it as it is for now. So let me just turn on one light, otherwise I'm in darkness. I was in complete darkness. Okay. Let's go on with the get actor pointers. Finished? Oh wow. Okay, there were very few. Okay. Nice. I was thinking, you know, we would hit. So if you want to know what this class is doing, I will tell you immediately. And actually, there is a place where I can show you if I search /item, right? Here it is. This is the list basically of all the commands that are managed by this class. So starting from /action to award, bad text, ban advisor, ban name. So these are all the commands you can issue in the console, and they are providing the functionality. We also have divorce, you know, you can marry and divorce, freeze, give item, hire, hunt location, info. And these are usually all the commands available to game masters. List, kill NPC, you see? All of this. So there is the code that is actually able to run all of this, right? Plus more, but let's say basically all these commands. And we need a lot of these commands, right? I don't know, weather, for example, why not? We need it. Ban, unban. The good thing of those commands is that many will just work as they are. So will work in the database exactly as they are. Others we need a lot of new code. So, but for now, okay. Parse. I think the me and message we already said we have to delete them all. So let me do this. It's long to explain why, but trust me. We have to delete all these ones. Okay. Because now parse target has no more that signature, it has a simplified signature, which we are passing in only the command. And why didn't substitute it here? Okay. Yeah, now it should, in theory, should work because it's taking message manager, client, and work. Okay, fine. You see, we are already at 780 errors from 800 and something. We're already down 20 errors. Yay! All these parts seems to be fine. Wow, no errors in all these parts. I'm amazed. Now, here, it's telling me there is an error, but I don't see it. Where is the error? There it is here. Security level, which is an F string, starts with. I think doesn't exist in our. I think it doesn't exist. Let me check. In our conversion, it actually starts with, but true in your case, false case sensitive. True in your case. Okay, so we need to have starts with, and then basically we have to change this true to, sorry, we said true is in your case. Okay. Okay. Maybe we can change them all. What do you think? Let's search all the starts with. Hopefully there are more. Yes, there are more, and we can change them all. Nice. Is that quite some number? Okay, that's it. There are no more. Okay, well, 4 errors. 4 errors gone. Okay, let me go back to the top. No, here. I think here. Wow, we have a big chunk without errors now. Very big chunk. The errors are all at the bottom though. Because here I commented out some stuff because I think that again I don't want to port stuff that then is not needed. So get sector info by name target. Okay, for now let's just teach her to answer this, and I think it's okay. Maybe also this one we can do all of them at the same time. Let me see. If I find other ones, yes, like this one. Mistakes were made. Okay. I did paste instead of, I did copy instead of paste. Okay. I think all of these are the same. So I think we can fix them all, even if we are not using sectors, you know, but at the moment our objective is just to have the code compile. That's the mission number 1. Then the mission number 2, which is actually the ultimate mission. Let me go through all of those, and then we will complete the mission, complete the description of the mission. Okay, I went through all of them. Nice. So actually, to tell you exactly what we need to do, mission admin manager compile, yes, but there is another mission here. There is another mission, which is then, at the moment is the ultimate mission that we have, but have /item. Which item we want? We want a small battle axe. We want this command /item small battle axe to actually work, which means add an item in our inventory. right? This is what we want. It is the ultimate mission at the moment. It's the ultimate mission, boys. It's the ultimate mission. I think I need another monitor. I have two monitors here, but I'm realizing I have two monitors and a laptop, but I realize I need another one because I'm switching very often between the chat and the other places. So maybe I can have it. Okay, anyway, these are the two missions that we have. I don't think it will be done tonight, by the way, but not even the first one. But anyway, we can continue and improve. Get position. Let me check the get position. I think there were a number get position. All the get position, I think we can convert them all because I know what this thing is doing. So we can probably convert them all in one shot. It has to be done manually, so it's very annoying because get position is translated this way. So it's actually get actor location for the position, and then for the Y rotation is this thing, get actor rotation dot jaw, and the sector we leave it empty for now, but we will have to add it back soon. I don't know, maybe. Same thing here. Same thing here. So my position is equal to get actor location. My rotation is equal to this thing, but with the difference that is actor rotation and dot jaw as usual, and sector remains empty. Right? Yeah, it takes quite a bit of time to do this change, but yeah, we have to do it. Unfortunately, we have to do it. So let's go. Alt position, get actor location. I mean, this job can be done by anyone, you know, even without programming knowledge, maybe. But I mean, if any one of you volunteers, tell me, because it's one of the most annoying jobs ever. But you know, for the glory, you can do this and more, right? For the glory. Okay, and sector we said we leave it empty, we don't care, right? We have to do this like 100 times, I don't know, 50 times, 1 million times, I have no idea. All this part of the code is commented out, which is nice. So my position equal to this will remove a lot of errors anyway. Come on. Get actor location, and then there is this my rotation equal to client get actor rotation, right? And my sector we leave it empty. The only problem is that my sector will be null, so the next line will brutally fail, because this one will brutally fail, but I would say for now it's okay. We'll leave it as it is. Or put a you fix me. We can do this and yes. Okay. Wow, this is in the middle of a message. This thing we have to convert completely. So I don't know. For now, I will leave it. And maybe we can just comment out the wall. This show locations. This has to be redone completely. This has to be redone. Eu fix me redo with Unreal Engine code. This one is basically the one that allows the GMs to see the path directly in the client. So it's not something I'm gonna use soon. Well, maybe, but maybe I can use it soon. But maybe I can. Okay, let's continue with the get positions. And there is another one here. Let me just check this function because it seems to be update display location is exactly the same as above. So personally, these ones I would comment out. Let's not spend time. Also this one. Let's not spend time in the current implementation or id location. All of this shit I would comment out. Why you say? Well, because this has to be really redone in a better way. Hide locations, all of that. These are all the same, all related to the same functionality. Update display location. All of this we will redo. I mean, we will keep the logic, obviously. We will keep the logic, but we will redo the code. Okay, get position, target point, client, get actor location, and y rotation equal to client get actor rotation dot show, and the sector will leave it empty. Let's go. Target point get actor location x1. I know it's very annoying to see. I don't know. Do you want me to stream this or should I just go offline and whatever, do it offline? I understand it's super annoying. It's even more annoying to do, I tell you. Destination target object. And y rot equal to all of this rotation Joe target sector nothing. The instance, I don't know, we will do it later. I don't care about the instance at the moment. I'm just doing this job, which is a kind of a monkey job, you know, repeatedly, so I do it quick. You know, muscle memory, the more you do the same stuff and the better you become it. So I'm using this technique on this freaking monster. On the iceberg. 30,000 lines, my friends. 30,000 lines. 30,000 lines. No. Why said get location and not get actor location? Oh, because there is also a get location. Why there is a get location? Location of what? Car should be. I don't know what is car by the way. Is a character, yeah. So what? I don't know. Anyways, actor location, I'm sure. Because I did it already many times. No, here I have to type actor, otherwise I'm searching shortcuts, you know, to type it quicker. And the sector empty. This sector will fail. Okay. Now, how many of these we will have? Well, we will have all the ones that any command that is working with positions is calling this. client get actor rotation. Now relative scale. Rotation, you can do it. Okay. Ah, there is another one here. There are so many, boys. You should check if I'm doing any mistake, okay? Help me on that. If you see I'm doing a mistake, please let me know, okay? This piece of code is basically always the same, so when you get the hang of it, you will see that I'm always typing the same thing. Because we are substituting all this get position. I think we did them all because all the other ones are commented. Wow. Okay, we did all the get locations, which is very nice. Which is very, very nice. I can do it. I can do it. Okay, let's go back and see what else we have here. What else we have? What other errors we have? We have this A to E, A to I, A to I. This one I think we can substitute them all as well. We can do a mass substitution on all of those. Now, what is this thing doing? It's getting one word and then it's trying to convert it to an int. Okay, I see. So this one should become fc string a to e of this with this, right? So actually, if I take this piece and I substitute it with this piece, but I want to go through it because I'm not 100% sure it's always the same, you know? Because it depends if it's an f string or not. But this one I can substitute. Wow, this one. This one I have no idea. This one I have no idea. Let's substitute it anyway and see if it gives an error. This one is the same. This one is returning security level mid to 1. Yes. Does it mean mid for one character? Okay. Yeah, I think it's okay. That's it? Okay. I opt for more. Let me see if there is an A to F. Is there any A to F? Yes, there are also A to F. So maybe we can do the A to F, which by the way is the same. Is fc string A to F of this, right? So if I take A to F open and I substitute it with this, wow, was the only one? Okay. It was the only one. There was only one. There was only one. All the others were already substituted. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, let me see what error we have here. Get sector. Client get sector off. Get sector. Client get sector. Yeah, this one we don't have. Yeah. For now, we need a fix me here because this one is the one that we will have to do differently. So for now, we just go with this null thingy, so that we remember that. What is here? Here is what? It is a location? Oh, it's a nice sector. Okay, so we need to put 0. It's the only one. Yeah. Yeah, it's not great, but okay, fine. Weather message rain. Weather message rain, weather message fog, weather message no. I think we ported this, no? When we ported our weather system, let me check. Rain. No. Yes, we have e-weather rain, e-weather. Okay, so it's just different. It's just the type that is different, but so we can change this to this pretty safely, I would say. Well, maybe we can go through it just in case, but this one can become, yes. There should be many of those. Yeah, there are many. Okay, there are 6 or 7. Fine. So we did this as well. There's still an error. There's a small error in the middle. It's this one's, but I think this one will go away, no? Our rain is saying that our rain cannot be initialized to an integer. Well, I mean, why not? Should I cast it explicitly? A value of type weather cannot be assigned to an entity of type int. Boys, I mean, obviously you can, but you don't want to do it. Let me see the others if there is the same error. Probably not. Wow, all this chunk without errors. Can you see on the right side? All this chunk is without errors. It's a pretty big chunk. The problem is the bottom. The bottom is a mess. The bottom of this file is exactly an iceberg, you know, because at the top all is nice, but the more you go down, and the more you find problems. It's really, really an iceberg. Okay. Do you see any errors here? I don't see any errors here. IntelliSense is thinking. IntelliSense is thinking. Okay, while it's thinking, let me go to this error. No. Why is not going to the error now? Probably because those errors are past error. We have to wait that we get the error messages, because without error messages I'm lost. But the file is so big that sometimes, you know, IntelliSense takes a real lot of time. Okay, it's coming up now. There seems to be an error. Where are we? The file is so big I don't even see where I am, you know. This thing wants, I think this thing wants an F string. No. What this thing wants? F string uint32. Okay, and why you don't like it? Get the no instance of constructor match the argument list. Because PID you want it to convert it to int. Okay. I mean, I can unbox it as usual. Do you like it more this way? Yeah, I think he likes it this way. Okay, so also that error is gone. We have a bunch of other errors here. Target ID, get PID, unbox. I think we should probably search for get PID because I think many will have. I don't know if it's dot unbox or is. Please, IntelliSense. It's so slow. I think it's dot. It's not working because this one is an actor. Okay, okay, okay. I think we need to check in the old code this piece what it was because we need to we need to check. So in the old code it was target client get actor, which for us is the same, yes. So because our client is already an actor, so this one is I mean does nothing but it's fine. Then he's trying to cast it to an object. Why? What the hell? This piece of code is completely crazy. I mean, what is the meaning of this? Okay, it gets the actor. I don't remember if the actor in the old system was gem actor is not an object. I mean, it's an object, but it's a subclass. So gem actor is yeah. So what? So gem actor. It is an actor. Then he's casting it to gem object, so he's going up one level basically, which for us means going up to a actor. Yes, is correct. So we do the same thing he's doing. I don't know why he's doing it, but it's fine. Then we are getting the name of the client. Okay. And then on our target object, we are getting the PID. The problem is that this will never work in our system because no, we need to do different. We need to check if this object is an actor or not. So we need to do this. We need to do if. No, we need to do temp. Wait a second. We need to do ps item actor APS item actor temp actor no temp item equal to cast of APS item actor of this of our target object. That is pretty stupid though because we are already coming from actor, so why we don't just do okay. Yeah. Exactly. Much easier. I can just get the actor. This piece of code is a bit weird. I mean, it's doing some, some stuff that is probably not needed. But anyway. Let's see if there are other errors here. Yes, there is a get client ID. Get client ID. We don't need anymore. What is this guy doing? He's saying test whether there is an NPC or not. Test whether there is an NPC or not. If target object character NPC target cast to the target object to a character. Okay. And here is saying if this target exists and the client ID is equal to 0. Okay, but no, this is not needed for us. If this cast is working, is returning a valid object, then it means it's an NPC. Okay, target object, get client. All of this is so involuted, but so here we are casting our object to an actor. Okay, if he's an actor, then we cast it to the client. Okay, so we can just do this actually. So if actor is null, client will be null, and then we do this check. So if target is null, target object get name, target object get name. Okay, in our new world, this has no sense because we are calling it on the same one, but I will leave it like this. It's fine. And then target object equal to target ID. In this case, is valid only if it's a character, so only if it's not null. So if target actor, you can do this. If not, if target, say else if target object. So this one is yeah, but I will have to cast it to PS item actor though to get the PID. Yeah, I think so. If I want to get the ID of the yeah, so APS item. In this case, I have to do it. In this case, I have to do the what I was trying to do before, because I need to know which kind of class is this object. And so if temp item, okay, then it means that temp item, this object is actually an item, and so I can do target ID temp item get PID, no, get UID, whatever it is, get no, get unique ID, but no, get unique ID is on object base. No, I need to do get item data first and then get UID. Yeah, okay, I got it. So basically, based on the type of object, if it's a character, we get PID. If it's an object, we get the UID. I mean, sooner or later, we may decide to unify the system, but I don't want to do this change now, otherwise it would be a super mess. Super mess. Sub commands. What is sub commands? Sub commands is a tmap. Okay. Tmap is not called put anymore. It's called add, I think. Tmap put, yes, is add. So maybe we can do it for all. Let's try to search if there is this. We substitute it with this. Okay, it was the only one. 13,000 lines, one entry of that. Okay, fine. No problem. What else? What else? Get at. What is this get at? The get at, I think, is just, yeah, the first character. Maybe we can try to do all the get ats. I think there are many. Let me see if we can do all these ones. Dot get at. Yeah, I think there are many. So we could, unfortunately, we just have to check if it's a string, and if it's a string, we can substitute it with this. Direction, I think it is. There were only two. Pity. Get instance. Well, we don't have instances at the moment implemented, so I think that this one will have to go. This one will be you fix me add instances. Was this? At the moment, the instance will be 0. I think cannot do much. Cannot do much. Actually, I think we can do this everywhere. If there is a get instance anywhere, which I think probably there is in many places, yes, like here. Get target object, get instance. I think we should substitute it everywhere with 0 for now. Let me see if they're all the same. If they're all the same, it would be wonderful. Unfortunately not. It is client. Client get instance. You fix me was client get instance, and here we do 0 instead. Can I do this? Yes, I think I can. Yeah, it was a bit of a mess, but old instance target data object data target object, yes. Client instance. Wow, there are so many. Yeah, in all the ones where we have functions that are dealing with teleport, with movement, with anything, you know. Okay, there's another one here. Another one here. Okay. I think it's the same. Finished? Yeah, I think we got them all. We got them all, boys. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to do as much as I can mass substitutions, but I think the majority of the mass substitution I did already, because I spent hours to actually substitute these things. Get string. This was on the word array. Let me check. Word array get string. What the hell? We never converted this. I think we never converted this. I think we never converted something like that. Word array get word. So we need another one which is word array get string. Get string, and here he has, what the hell does he have? He's having two thingies. He has in an integer and a string. Like 2 and string. What is this thing doing, boys? We use so many different functions in the old code that it is insane. We had so many utility classes, but also we had so many. So what is this get string doing? There is the old code because it's a white background. So get string was checking the size. Get string get word num. Okay, so it was getting the index of the first parameter and was returning the string. Okay. Fine. So for us becomes something like f string string equal to TRA find ref. What is it? I don't remember if it's find or no get. What is it? So in our case, we need to have something like alias equal to words dot get index at no no, we just do this index plus point. Yeah, we just do this. Why? We just put the index. Okay. The point is that he wants to get the string, but the string is for us is automatically a string. It's a string array. So yeah. So here it will be TRA of 2 equal to string. Okay, fine. That is what it is. So now what's he saying? If not this because here in theory is if you cannot find anything at that index can we say if alias equal to null? No, it doesn't work with an f string, so I think I need to do, I don't know what this will do really. For now let's do is empty, but I think this piece of code will crash. I will have to do something different, like checking if this is really exists. I don't know. I think I will have to do it a bit differently. Seems to be the same everywhere. I mean, this piece of code is identical to this one, which is identical to this one. Yes. Let me see the other get string. We have the same here, but with location type. Okay, that was kind of quick. And that's it. I think there was also a get int, no? Yeah, but these get ints are good. The only get int that we need to change, here it is. Get int index ID. So this one should be the same. Should be int ID. No. Should be ID equal to words of index, and then we do if ID. Right? Sorry, was it words? Yes. Why doesn't like it? Because it doesn't like it because this one has to stay inside or outside. Okay. I think I need to do something like that. It's not very nice, but I will do it anyway. I think I have to do it like this. I mean, to keep the same, you know, to keep the same functionality of before. Yes, the only problem is that if this, no, sorry, this else is connected to this one. Yes, and this one is closed here. Yes, exactly. This is a bit of a risky change because when you're changing the else indentation, you may introduce bugs, but okay, let's say it's fine for now. If not new radius, these are all f strings, so they return empty in case, so we should do if is empty, right? Because this one returns a boolean. Hello David, sorry, you sent a message like 7 minutes ago. Are you still here or not? Because I didn't answer. I was very focused on what I was doing. So tell me if you are still here. I will answer. But yeah, when you're going to switch over, I don't know. It's very hard to predict at the moment. There is still so much to do. I mean, it's not for sure. It's not 1 month from now. It's not 3 months from now. Is more than 3 months for sure. I don't know, maybe 1 year from now. I don't know. It really depends how much I work on it, you know, and how many other people are helping me. Because if it's only me, I mean, it can take 10 years, you know. So I mean, it may take so much time. If it's only me, it may take forever to port everything, you know, to port exactly what we have. I think this check is not correct though, because the point is if words has this value, not if this value is empty. Anyway, I will leave it as it is, but I think this needs to check. This needs, you fix me, need to check number of parameters and not if float is 0. Yeah, unfortunately. Let's say that more people help me and the shorter will be the period, but need to know, yeah, need someone to help me. If you want to speed it up, come and help me. So this thing is very bad. This thing is very bad because can I check if a string is an integer, is numeric? Yeah. I think I can do something like this. Because I need to convert this into or I put it into a string. Yeah, let me put it into a temp hour. Okay, let's do this, and then here what we do, we do the problem is again the else. If I try to convert it with A to E and it doesn't work, what happens? What is A to E returning if it's not a number? A null value or zero? Maybe zero. Eh? The problem is that the hour can be zero, which is my problem. You know, I can do this, but it's very risky. No, I can do hour equal to. I don't like this part of the code. Is messy. I have to think about it again, but because like this, I can do. Okay, so I get my hour, and I want to check if temp hour is numeric. If it's not numeric, I give this error. Yeah, I mean it's not really great anyway, but let's do it like this for now. I think David went away, huh? Because I didn't answer in time. David, you still here or not? Temp minute. This should be minute. And here I should just say if temp minute is not numeric. Okay. Wow. Bit messy, but okay. At the moment we want it to compile, okay, so we don't want any other weird thing. What was that get word number? I've seen something like get word number. Let me see. Get word number. Get word number. You should still hear me if it's in another window. What is get word number? I have no idea. Did we convert it already? No. Something new. I think this get word number is. What is get word number really? Get word number is a function on CS string. Return the given word number. Return word at the position number in the input string. If the pointer start is given, the position is found. Oh my god. Seriously? Why we did this? Oh my god. This piece of code, boys. No, we have to do it differently. We don't have this get word number anymore, but instead of get word number, we have to split it into an array divided by spaces, right? So, and then we have to get the word is probably returning, yeah, it's returning the first word into word. And then what it's doing is checking if the word length, okay, and then it's getting the next word now, the next word number, okay, and fine. So we have to do, we need a TRA of f strings, which will be named, can we call it words? I think we can call it words anyway. And this guy will be initialized to parse, no, will be initialized by our OL string, which is parse into array, which is doing exactly what we need, with the character space. So it's splitting. Okay. So now we have, why it doesn't like it? Sorry, 1 second. Parse into array with it. You need text. Okay. Needs text for whatever reason. Okay. And then word line is cutting off the buffer. Oh my god, this piece of code we have to redo completely. L string, is it cutting off? I know, it's just checking that. Okay, it's fine. So is not too bad. And less than course.len. No, in this case it's an array, so it's num. Yes. And this thing we do it at the beginning. Yeah, we need to do it at the beginning. Okay. Boys, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. Okay, so then I need to get, so when I'm cycling inside of this shit, I need to do, wherever it is words, I need to do words of n. Right? Right. And whenever there is word, I have to do words of n. Is there word anywhere else? No, okay. So what is this piece of code doing? It's checking if this is equal to buff. And this one we don't need anymore. Buff, what is buff? Buff. Buff is the lock ID. Okay, it's the lock ID. So different, I hope it works, but yes, the different works. Okay. So if this word is different than buff, so it's different than my lock ID. It's saying different though. Add a space to separate since get word number is used to the code. What the hell? L string. Change lock. There is a function that is changing the lock on a door or on a chest. Add space to get word number is used to the code. I'm a bit confused of what he's trying to do. I think he has like a sequence of numbers divided by space, and he wants to change one of those numbers with the one that is given, you know, in the input. And so he's trying to search if the lock is not matching, then is keeping, you know, is keeping the existing ones. In fact, it does append. it does append. So is appending a space if it's not any okay. So it's basically adding all the previous all the other numbers. Then is updating the database with this new string. Okay. Then is reloading. Is it on inventory? I don't know. We will have to test this. For now, it compiles. So I think I converted it in a way that is compatible. Now, if it works, I have no idea. I have no idea. Let me check this one. Get the old item. Target get item. This guy is assuming that our target is get target object. If not target, you need to target an item for which you want to log. So I would do something more. I would do APS actor. So let's say target object, and let's say target equal to cast to APS item actor of our target object, and then we can do the check, right? So now our target becomes an APS item actor, and so everything is great now. That is for action locations. Wow. Action location, you know what? I would just comment it out. I don't want to mess up with this now. Action location, we will fix it, so we will fix another day. Okay, so this piece should be fine and seems to contain no errors at the moment. Now I forgot what I was searching for. Ah, yes, I was searching for get word number. Okay, it was the last one. Okay, good. I think it will take me forever to convert this file, really forever, but anyway, we will do it. Words of index, no suitable function. Is it an ID? We got a name. Yes, this should check if this is if there is numeric. Words. So let's do different. If this is numeric, yeah, the problem is that I don't know if he's using this ID anywhere. No, he's not using it anywhere, so this can go. And this becomes fc string a to e of this thing here. Okay. If not, we got a name, and so we set it as a string. Okay, fine. It should be fine now. It should be fine. And this get is just like this. Do we still have many get? We can. Wow, big chunk of the file without errors, huh? Big chunk. Look at that. It's like 30%. The problem is that is the tip of the iceberg, as I told you. The bottom of this file is insane. It's totally insane. Delete all. Let me check if there is a delete all. Maybe we substitute them all. CS list, CS array is called empty. So if it's an array, all the delete all become empty. There was only one. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate. There seems to be an error around here. I don't see it. Is this one? Yes, this one. Get all region names. It is trying to load all the map names, but in our new world we don't have maps. We have one map only, loaded dynamically. So this has no meaning anymore. This has no meaning. So I need to do, will you fix me? We have one map only. So I don't know, we can maps loaded by the server. I don't know what this thing is doing, but should get the main map. I have no idea. But remember that the objective is just to compile. So even if we leave some errors behind, some inconsistency behind, for now it's okay. And then we will do another pass when we will test every single one of these functions, which should be a very fun time. Okay, get info, get target object, get ID. No, get target object doesn't have a get ID. Yes. If the target is online, there's an item or an action location gets something about it, like the position. Well, if the target is online, you are stuck on some errors. Okay. I don't know how to fix it. Okay, which can you paste? Can you paste the errors? Were it pasted already? Maybe it was a long time ago. I don't know. I didn't see. I didn't see the errors. Error XML creative item. Warning: creation procedure fails. You cannot find a specified file. Why this is happening? XML error in creative item. Did you try to create new items in the database? You know what? I can do something. I can export the database that I'm using now, because I think it's a long time I don't do it, right? It's a long time I don't export my database, and maybe I did some changes, I don't know. So you should, it's definitely an error in the database. So you're trying to, now I have to remember where the hell is the migrator. I forget it all the time. I forget all the time where is the migration. Where is the freaking database export? Database migration wizard. Probably is migration wizard. No, I just want to export the data. Start migration. Come on. Data export, there it is. Data export. Okay, we export plane shift and we export plane shift to dump to whatever, to want to export it exactly where we have export. Splits. Yeah, it's 2 months ago, so definitely there are some changes. It was the 29th of May, no, of April. The password? I don't have a password. Okay, I think he exported it. Let me just double check that he exported it correctly, but I think he should. Seems okay. It should drop the table if it exists already. Okay, so I will check in this one, so I will delete this one because it's not needed anymore. And so I will delete. Delete. So I will check in this commit updated database. Okay. Okay, so what you should do, Cyber, if you are listening, is just to get the new database and just run it in your instance, right? So I don't know if you know how to do it, but I think if you did it once, you know how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, hello, new database to SVN, use source whatever is the name. You have to source this. Okay, I loaded a new database, so you can use that database. So launch it with that and tell me if it's still giving you the error. If it's still giving you the error, then I will investigate more. But it's not giving me that error, so it should be fine. Okay. Did you get it or not? Give me an acknowledgement if you heard what I said or if you get the message. Okay. Meanwhile, so here we have to do the same thing. We have to know if this object is an item or is a player. I don't understand too much about what the hell is this. Ah, it's the info command. Yeah, this one we need. I think this one is even simpler mission. I think I changed in the mission. I think we have 2 missions. I'm changing the mission. This one is a more complex mission. Simpler mission. This mission is a good one. And a very good one. We're still working on the first step. It's okay, Sway. But I didn't get a feedback from C72 for Cyborg. Did you get it? Or you're watching TV? Tell me. So I think the EID, the entity ID, we should get it separately. So this part actually is, if it's an actual location, get some data, okay, but we don't get the AID, the entity ID. We should get it only if it's an item or if it's an object, maybe also if it's an option, but we need to do it separately here. If it's an item, why this guy placed the comment on the side, which is so hard to read? It's so hard to read. Let me change it also in the old code, because I don't like it on that side like that. It's so hard to read. By the way, if he's a player, what happens? Because I don't see the case in which he's a player. Probably if he's a player is the one below here. Yes, player, there it is. Or NPC. Yeah, he's below. The info command is pretty good. I think that we will need it. We will need it very soon. Very soon. The problem is going through this freaking iceberg. But, okay, so... So, region name is you fix me, okay? Because region name for now, we have other problems. Region name is not needed. So this is fine, but we need to get the entity ID or the player ID. So he wants to know if he's an item. Well, for us it's very easy. To know if he's an item, we just have to cast it to... Why continue to say data target object, data target object? I think we should do something different. So let's do APS item actor, right? And we call it item actor, just because we are so creative. And we do a cast to APS item actor of this thing. And that's it. And that's it. So if this is not null, I mean, we don't need all this shit. All this shit is absolutely not needed. But he's also checking that he has the base stats. Okay, so let's check that, but it's not, I don't think it's needed. We can do get item data, get base stat if he wants. Okay, fine. Now we want to get the entity ID. The entity ID in our case will be item actor. Nice. So item actor. So okay, with this this will be get UID, right? No. Item actor get data get item data. I have it here, man. I have it here below, so you can just do. Wait. We can do item get UID. Okay, we did it. We freaking did it. This should return the unique identifier, right? Yeah. It should return the unique identifier. Which is always valid. Well, it's valid when we save the item to the database. Before saving it, this will be null, I guess, but it's fine. It's fine. Why we have an error here? Action location. Action location is checking if this thing is an action location. At the moment, we didn't yet decide what action locations are. Where is it? We didn't get decide this line. We didn't get decide what action locations are in our new Unreal Engine. Which is a problem. Yeah, because action location we didn't convert yet. So should we just comment out all this block? Probably yes. Probably yes. Okay, so if it's an item, it's fine. All these pieces working? I'm amazed. No errors on this part? Wow. It's a big one. Nice. Okay, so why the errors are 154 now? No idea. They went down like drastically, but it will go up again, I think. Petition request message. So this one we have to understand what to do with this, because this petition message, yeah, we need to convert it somehow. So first of all, handle petition message. Let's go in the old client, in the old code, and see what this petition message is. I mean, I know what it is, but I want to see what it's made of. It's made of the following parameters. Query, cancel, change, cross, assign, escalate. Is GM, request, desk, and ID. I think it's simple enough. So we can, yes, we can delete it, and instead of this, we just put these 4 parameters. We put isGM, we put request. I don't know exactly what is isGM. I mean, why is checking if he's a game master? No idea. sorry, ID, and then we need our PS character as usual, right? Yes. So this means that everything that is in this message now we have on this command line, on this signature. So everything we have there, everything we have there. So petition message, we can delete this. We can delete this. Now all we pass in, okay, so message request, it becomes just request. isgm becomes just isgm. And so I think that we need to pass on the functions below only the description probably and the ID. So we need to pass in the description and the ID to each of these functions. We will see it soon, but okay, this is the new signature of our handle petition message. So let's go and fix it. Handle petition message. Handle petition message. So this is the new signature. Okay, and we will have to check all these ones, GM petition list, list petitions, all these ones, why they are different. Because they take only clients. Okay, fine. Yeah, I think we can remove, whenever we have this, we can remove it. Boom. GG. Send GM players list. This is the other one, but we will do it later. Okay, so this should be fine now. We just have to go and check. Yeah, we have to remove it here as well, I think. All of this becomes nothing. Hopefully it's 5. Yes, it's 5. Perfect. Now we need to, well, actually, yeah, we need to check if it needs any other parameters, like the description. Like, let's start with this one, GM petitions, what it does, security level, blah, 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 try and grab the results, show the petitions, get petition array, blah, 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 blah. And then it's doing what? It's sending a message back to the client. This one is actually sending back a message to show the petitions on the client. This one is a bit more complex, because this one I think we have to create something similar. We can create a struct. Yeah, we can create a struct and send it to, yeah. Okay. Message is sent to the user with petition information. Okay. Should we do it now? Depends if we want to do it now. We could comment out this part and then come back later, because I mean, if we start to convert all of this, I will never finish. You know, I will convert the whole system, because there will be a command for petition, a command for something else, a command, so it will become insane. It will become insane. It will take too much time. So let's say that for the petition, we comment out. We comment out and we comment out. Otherwise, I fix everything now. You know, I cannot fix the whole system now. Cannot do it. So everything that is sending a petition message, like here, we comment out. Everything. We don't care. We don't care about that. Okay, so obviously we leave the same structure, so the structure is okay, but we just comment out also all this. Holy crap. Yeah, let's comment it out fully. It's probably easier at this point. Yeah, maybe I should have done this also below. Just comment it out completely, and we will come back to petitions whenever. Let's say that we need some parameter. At least the parameters maybe we can keep correct, right? So like here it needs the ID and the description, or not. Okay, let's do only this one because this one is actually compiling, or not. Fuck it. I would not do it. I would just remove. One second. I would just comment out the wall mess. I will just comment out the whole thing. Which, by the way, the code is nearly converted. I mean, the code is nearly converted, but I don't want to mess up with that now. So it's already in good shape, so we could manage petitions, but not yet. Get petition array. Maybe this one we can have it working. RS, what is RS? I result set, get petition. No, we said that I petition, get petitions. I result set. No. No, in our case it's not called like this. In our case it's called result, right? In our case it's called result. It's a struct. It's not that thingy. So this one we can probably do it. Sorry, how was it? Like this? In our case it's just result. He wants it as a pointer. He wants it as a pointer. No, we have a PS result set actually. We have a PS result set. So I think we can do this. Please. Manage petitions, get petitions. He's thinking about it. I did a change and he's really thinking about it. He's like, is it a good idea or not? Do we have any other result set? No, it was the only one. So it's probably the only query that he's doing. Okay, fine. So now I think it should return properly. There are still 2 arrows at the top. I don't know why. Didn't we fix this already? No? It's a similar piece of code. Similar to the one that we fixed already. Let me go search for it because we did the job already once. I don't want to do it again. I want to copy paste it. Yes, target actor, blah blah blah. Target ID. Yeah, this is the work that we did before. I want to do it exactly the same. Okay. Nice. Copy pasting. Copy pasting is always nice. Okay, so we have a big chunk of the file without errors, which is great. But then here we have some errors. Get time connected, get IP address. Well, that is because it's not cast to a PS character. I think no, it is cast to a PS character. PS character target client. Player ID. So when target is online, it is all of this should be a PS character. Okay. So data target client, data target object. What is the difference between these two? Target object, set it to the object of the target when possible. Target client, target actor, set to the target's actor, set to the target's client. Set to the object of the target. What does it mean? It's not very clear. What is the difference between target object and target actor? But they are separate, so I would keep it. I would like to keep them separate because. So let me check. If target client is a player, then I go on target client and I get his IP address. Okay. And target client is data target client. But then I try to get the time connected from target object. Why not from target client? I don't understand. What is the point of this target object? We are inside get info, right? So we are trying to get the information of our data target. I don't know why here is using target object and here is using target client. Like if an object can be connected, I mean only a player can be connected. An object is not getting connected. Be confused about this code. Maybe there was a reason, but let me check in the old code. Maybe in the old code we can discover more. Maybe we can discover more. So I was doing data, get target object, get character data. No, it's doing it differently. I don't know why it's doing it differently. I don't get why it's doing it like this, but I think that both target object and target client should be the same if he's a player, obviously. So okay, anyway, let's follow what it's doing. Okay, let's use the same technique. So let's assume is an object. Let's assume we have to use this variable target object, right? We have to cast this to a player, otherwise getting the time connected makes no sense at all. So we have to do a PS character pointer char target equal to cast of the APS character of this thing. And only if this, come on, if only if this is available, is valid. If this is valid, then we have some chance, you know. If this is valid, then okay, time connected equal to char target, and I think get time connected now should be valid, no, on a PS character. Yes, seems to be valid. Yes. Now, target client is also an APS character. So why get IP address is not there? Get IP address. Because it was on client. It was on client.h. Yes, all of this we will move to PS character. We don't need any of that. We don't need any of that on yeah. Get IP range. Get IP range. Let me just check if this one is specific for. Wow, we're already supporting IPv6. Perfect. Get IP range. Oops. Get IP range. Octets. Get IP address. IP address. Do we need this? Is this get IP range called anywhere in our class here? Yes, it is. Yes, it is, because is a function to ban. It's a function to ban by IP range. Let's see, only there. Well, if it's only there, maybe we can just comment out for now. But I would like to do the other piece, the piece with get IP address. At least get IP address, we want to have this, right? So this one we're gonna move in PS character. It's a good addition anyway, and we're gonna move it close to all the other functions that were added. So I will put it here. I will put it here saying that was originally in client CPP. Okay. And what do we need? We need this. We need that. And then we need to implement it. So PS character, I think it's at the end, no? No. I think is here. Yes. So let's implement these two. Let's copy these two. I don't have to implement them. I just have to copy them. So get IP address. There are 3 functions. Yes. No, 2 functions. To get IP address. One without parameters, one with parameters. I have no idea if this will work as expected, but let's see. Okay, I have no idea what this is doing. I didn't do it, so it's not something I did myself, but I'm assuming it works. I assume it works. So assuming it works, now we have the get IP address, at least. Let me just check the other functions though. Okay, here we are inside the info command. We are still getting info about, so this should be fine now. This should be fine as well. This code is a bit messy anyway. Why we're using data now? NPC. If it's an NPC, okay. If it's an NPC, also this one we should change. Okay. We have a function that is called is NPC. I think I implemented it. I implemented something like that. So it should be just. It should just be something like else if data get target object. No, sorry, let's do it differently. Let's do else, and then here we do if get data get target object is, I think it should have is NPC, even if data get target object is actually not an APS character. No, we need to cast it to APS character, like we did here. So we have to do this for sure. Then we need to check if this one is valid, and if this one is valid, if target data, so if is a target but is not an NPC, but why is coming inside of this if the target is online? Okay, because NPCs are online. Interesting. I hope it returns online there for our NPCs. So if that is valid and char target is NPC. Yeah, I think I have this is NPC. So if it's not an NPC, then you can complain in the same way you were complaining before. So this piece of code here. Okay. If it is, then we can have our NPC char. We just call it NPC char from the beginning, so we don't do all these totally useless assignments. Thanks. What? It's assigned to NPC char and then it's using NPC. Come on. Okay, this code is terrible. It's still using data target object instead of using NPC. I don't understand why. So confused. So confused. Anyway. So this is taking the position of the actor, this is taking the position of the client requesting the info, and then it's calculating the distance. Okay, oh, that's fine. But then it's much simpler. I can just get the two, and all of this is not needed. I can just do client get distance to, get distance to, and then NPC char, and that's it. That's it. Even if here is printing all the everything, is printing all the positions and all the locations. Lock X, where is lock X coming from? Oh, it's coming from here. Okay. Okay. We still have a few issues on this one, which is advisor banned. Is advisor banned? Why we don't have this? Is advisor banned? Is anyone watching on Twitch? Let me check. Because we are streaming, we are multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube. And on YouTube, we also always have some people. 0 viewers. Now on Twitch, we don't have anyone watching. So I don't know if it's worth it, you know, to do the multi-stream, but maybe we will get people eventually. But seems we are not getting anyone. Seems we are not. Boys. Seems we're not getting anyone. So what I was checking, I got distracted by this thing. Ah yes, is advisor banned. So let me check this. Is advisor banned is also on the client. No idea why. I think it should be clearly on the PS player, yes. So we can copy these two functions. Set advisor ban and is advisor ban. Is advisor banned? Why is it called advisor? Should just be player, no? Or we are banning specifically the advisor in a different way? I mean, you cannot be an advisor because you have been a bad advisor in the past. Really? Always amazed by our code. Always amazed. What we could invent, boys. Anyway, we can add it here, saying that it was on client. And db command, I think is fine already. Get advice manager. We don't have an advice manager yet, unfortunately. So this one, I think we'll have to go. We don't have an advisor manager, so, and I don't want to get more errors, you know, into the list. Send system error. We have to convert. Send system error. We have to convert to this. And we don't have the client. Set advisor ban, because we were passing in what, the client ID? No, we're not even passing the client ID. Client 9. We were doing it directly on itself, so okay. So it's himself. Even better. Account ID is undefined. Really? Account ID is undefined? Why account ID is undefined? Account ID? We don't have an account ID? I mean, for sure we have an account ID. What do you mean we don't have an account ID? I mean, account ID is wow, I'm so surprised that we don't have an account ID. Let me just fix something in the meantime, because I think it needs client.h and it's where is that? Is in NetBase. There is something that we will have to check, because I think that I'm missing some definitions, boys. Missing some definitions for the net address and all of that. Yes, there is defining WinSock. So this one, I think we will have to include. I don't know where it is included from someone, but I'm not sure who is including it. I will have to go and check. PS config. We want to use WinSock. Yeah, okay. That I will have to fix, but I don't want to do all now, okay? So, because otherwise, again, it takes too much time. So, it will fix me, include WinSock again, or find a way to get the IP address. I think there is probably just an Unreal Engine function to get the IP address of a specific, yeah, for sure there is. I guess there is. To get the IP of a connected client. I could search it, but for now let's say it's not our mission, so let's not diverge from our mission. Why we have this account ID, which this one I'm a bit surprised, because when we are logging in our server, for sure we are checking the account ID. I'm surprised we are not setting it to anything. So in the pregame helper, right? When we are logging in, so the player actor in game. So that is after the login, but we have request character. I mean, the account ID, we already have it. Where do we load the character? Ah, it is. Load the character data. Okay, when we load the character data, for sure we have the account ID. I mean, 100%. You see, the spawned char load. I mean, for sure we have the account ID. Come on. I think it's just that we have to search it in another place. Account ID. I think that is something different. Is get, let me try, get item data. Come on, please. No. Sorry, not get item data. The information should be loaded directly here. Spawned character load. Okay, so let me check this. When it's doing the loading, account ID, you see? It goes into account ID. And account ID is a variable of PS character. So why is complaining? Because it's uppercase or something? Oh, because it's uppercase. Okay. Because on the client it was called account ID with uppercase. Okay, so we fixed it. Okay, at least this part should be fine. Get IP address. You know what? This get IP address, we will do it another day, another time, because it's just making a mess and it's slowing me down. So I don't care. For now, we just do it like this, which is simpler, and we are one step closer to our mission. And we are one step closer to our mission. Can it compile or not? No. GM level, security level. So we can. Okay. I need intelligence to wake up and tell me what it's doing. Please. Okay. Just thinking. Okay, we still have a few problems. Get detected cheat count. Wow. Get detected cheat count. So how much you cheated? I think it is probably also on client. No? Get detected cheat count is on client, yes. And it just this, get detected cheats. Okay, it's easy. Easy. So also this one we should move to PS character. We can move it here. We also need to add that variable, which is this one. Okay. So now PS character should contain that function, which means that this will go away, right? Perfect. We made progress. We made progress, boys. You know what? I think I'm gonna end the stream here, but I will continue. Unfortunately, tomorrow I'm traveling, so I'm not able to do anything in the evening. Thursday I can dedicate some time in the evening, and Friday. But I hope I get you a sense of what I'm doing, you know, because these streams are also to give you a sense of how I'm progressing, what I'm doing, and yeah. So what we are doing is for the guys that maybe would just see the stream and would just go at the end to see what I'm saying, to hear what I'm saying. So we are trying to convert this admin manager, which is a big class. It's 30,000 lines of code, and the first mission is ready to just have it compiled. Okay, and I mean, it's a huge work, I have to tell you, but during the evenings and the weekends we can I mean, we can proceed, right? We can proceed. I think that my goal is to have it compiled by Friday night. I think it's possible, depending on how much time I have on Thursday night and Friday night, but I think is doable. It's possible to have it compile. Yeah, I think it's possible. And then the next mission will be to have at least the info command work and then the item command work. So which will demonstrate anyway that we are able to send messages between a client and a server on the console and execute these commands, right? So I think that with that I will close the stream, and I wish you a good evening, a good night for you if you are staying up a bit more. And yes, at the moment we have 599 errors, but don't get scared too much about this because he has a kind of a cascade effect. You know, when a class is missing, he has a kind of a cascade effect on all the other lines, and sometimes the number of errors is not really right. Still, this class is huge, so makes sense that there are like 500 or 600 lines to fix. I think it's pretty possible. Probably even more. Probably even more. So okay. So see you for now. I will leave it with the mission and with some plane shift original music.